What have you done regarding AI to help you grow your business
Oh
and
my
just
God. I'm speaking at a conference tomorrow about that. We're
okay.
using so many things. My assistant is based in Indonesia, but she's trained to use every AI tool out there. So she understands American culture. She understands how to do research in the US, like everything. And she's in Indonesia, which means she's a lot cheaper than hiring someone in the US.
Hmm.
We do all the research through Perplexity, ChatGPT, Opus Clip, Cuts are short form videos, translation, everything is done by AI. Yeah. Oh my God, so many things. Editing, like the script when you just video to text,
Hmm.
and then you edit the text and your video is edited. It's like, oh, Gamma app for, I can talk about it for hours. So
No,
Gamma app,
this is good though because
yeah.
there's a lot I want to know, and my listeners no doubt want to know as well. And I don't want to be that guy that gets left behind.
No, absolutely. So Lingua Marina, the channel where I speak about English or like getting ready for tests, we need a lot of visuals. Like, hey, we're doing idioms. We need an idiom on the screen. We need some kind of image. We need some kind of examples. You go to Gamma app and you say like, hey, create a presentation for a 25-minute class teaching people American idioms. Come up with examples for each idiom. Come up with an image that's going to represent the idiom to make it more memorable. And I don't know, I also like to dig into like etymology, where the idiom comes from. Tell me, what is the story behind this phrase? And it just does everything. Of course, you need to check because it comes up with things. We have a teacher who goes through everything that AI has generated. Sometimes it's an idiom that's outdated and no longer used, and they check everything. You don't need to edit. I sit down, I have my script, we have the presentation. And then the editing is basically me and the presentation next to me. That's it.
And the visuals are
Are
really,
amazing.
yeah.
Like they are able to generate images that kind of represent the idiom, which makes no sense. But when you look at an image that makes no sense, you remember like the elephant in the room, like those types of things. It just draws.
Yeah.
And it's so powerful. So Gamma app, amazing.
Gamma app, how is that different from ChatGPT?
Well, ChatGPT, you chat with it.
It's just that you
Gamma
talk.
generates presentations.
Okay.
So it's already.
First, I've not actually used that before.
Oh yeah, that one is amazing.
Okay.
Chat PDF. I don't know how much of research you do, but I do research at Stanford related to creator economy. And whenever I have to analyze a lot of research papers, it's always Chat PDF. I upload the research paper and I'm like, tell me the main idea, but also what questions can I ask this research paper? And it comes up with questions. So you get the main idea right away. Well, Perplexity is my favorite for research as well. I also built a bot for myself with a guy who's a developer.
Which is like an AI version of you.
No, it's actually, it's a writer who helps me write. It's called Ghostwriter on Telegram. So there are two things you can do. Thing number one, you just send a voice and it creates a Telegram. I have a Telegram channel, which has like 70,000 people or 50. I have two. 50, I think 50 gauge. But anyways, and I will also send out emails and I have text posts on LinkedIn. So I need a lot of snackable texts, short texts.
Yeah.
And sometimes my thoughts are all over the place. But if I want to create a powerful text, it has to be in the moment. Because if I'm like, oh, I have this great idea, let me write this down, and then I come back home in 2 days, I sit down, it's no longer, I don't have the energy.
So when you wake up from sleep and you have a dream, if you don't write down that dream,
oh, you forget it.
It's
Or like you're walking around and you see something, and I talk to my Ghostwriter app. I'm like, I tell her, him, whatever, AI, the text, my ideas. It creates a text, either in Russian or in English, whatever we need. That's feature number one. Feature number two that we just released, I read something like an email or I find an article and I want to share this article with my audience. So I just give the Ghostwriter a link and it creates a post based on that article.
God, that was so good.
I was like, I don't have to have copywriters anymore. And I also use it to communicate with my team. Like if I need to do instructions, because it's really good. The bot is really good at structuring everything. So if I have certain points, like we fed the bot with so many texts that I liked, with so many structures. So it comes up with a title, it comes up with a structure. So if I'm doing something with my team and like I want to give them instructions, I also use that bot. So that one too.
But one thing which I've noticed is really helpful is if I want to send a message to my team, it's much easier for me to just say it, record a voice note.
Yeah.
But for the team to digest it,
Yeah.
to listen to 1 or 2 minutes of me talking, like they take it in, but half of it will go out.
Exactly.
And then they'll forget and they have to listen to it again. So I always say to my team, I'm like, look, if you're giving me an update or you give me a report, please just write it because I need to see
Same,
the
yeah.
main points and I can digest it quicker and I can just, everything is just clearer. So that's one thing which if I'm trying to make something easier for somebody else, I want to write it down.
Yeah.
But I know writing it down it takes longer
Takes so much time.
to
Yeah.
do it.
Ghostwriter. Try it.
So Ghostwriter is
Ghostwriter on Telegram.
okay.
Yeah.
And any other apps?
Well, ChatGPT can do that, but you have to train it. Like you have to create a separate GPT and just feed it with text that you like, with structures that you like.
What does that mean?
Like it has to learn. Do you know there is memory
Well,
feature?
I know that it learns more about you based on the questions you ask it.
Yeah, and you can tell it, remember that anytime I'm giving instructions to my team, they have to be structured in this way, like those types of things. Like you need to train it.
Yeah, because I feel like I don't think people realize how useful it can be.
Oh my God.
But you have to know how to use
You
it.
have to know.
You gotta ask it the right questions.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't give you what you wanted, you then have to kind of
Yeah. Some people are like, oh, write viral scripts for me. No, it's not going to work. You have to. So the way we do this with viral scripts, we copy comments under some of my most viral reels, and we're like, here are the comments under the reel. It got over 2 million views. Can you figure out what triggered people? Like, why are they commenting? What are they commenting about?
Yeah.
And once you figured out what triggered them, can you search on Reddit and other platforms what people are discussing in that niche, what is trending? Can you give me those topics? And it gives you the topics, and you're like, okay, I like this and this. Okay, take these 2 topics, think of a hook, write a script. So it's a process.
Yeah.